because like I said, I'm working on changing my content. So like, anyway, I'm gonna do this because it's been requested, and because I do have you know, a deeper appreciation for the place that I currently call home. I have to say that these are the things that I've learned after living in Seattle for 3 years. So yeah, first things first, I will say that one of the things that I've learned on year 3 is to laugh more and to not take myself so seriously. Everybody out here so damn serious. Like, we could all afford to take a chill pill. We could all afford to relax. We could all afford to not be so PC. We could all afford to chill the entire fuck out. Everything is not an affront and an attack on your integrity, on your person, on what you stand for, on whatever. And I'm noticing that, like, when I go to certain places, the amount of forced decorum in these places that are supposed to be free and safe spaces and areas of inclusion and acceptance, that does not, for whatever reason, exist, because everybody's so hoity-toity, uptight. I've been making it my business to chill the entire fuck out and laugh a little more, because I was so focused on the decorum and blending into Seattle that RainCityDana was too busy trying to be gray when it's okay to be yellow and orange. Like, it's okay to stand out. It's okay to be an anomaly. I'm accepting that the way that I talk, the way that I walk, the way that I look is the other out here, and it's cool being the other. That's another thing that I've learned. Being the other is cool. Not being whatever the fuck it is to be from out here or to assimilate with out here. I don't want to assimilate with that shit no more. Like, I've learned that my roots make me who I am, and who I am is dope, and I don't need to be changing that to fit something that I think will be more you know, will be easier to swallow to people out here, because at the end of the day, all of this is bland. All of this is saltless and unseasoned, and I need to keep my cayenne. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've learned to keep my cayenne. I've learned that no matter how good you are with money, just because of how high cost of living is, unless you're a baller, like, you're gonna always have to kind of figure that stuff out. Be smart about how you spend, because it's so easy to spend way more than you intend to on things, especially with the access to shopping online. And it's easy to rack up the surcharges out here would be the better thing, because like, you go to these like smaller boutique local shops and they pack on these fees for X, Y, and Z, and I get that that's how these businesses stay afloat, but there has to be some sort of way to kind of build that into the business model in a way that doesn't make it obvious to me as a consumer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to shop small. That's what I love about out here. I want to shop small. I want to shop local. I want to support businesses that, you know what I'm saying, are funneling money into like bigger companies. And obviously that in certain aspects you can avoid that, you know, whether it be fast fashion or whether it be, you know, meat consumption or whatever the case. You can't really avoid that in the bigger chain. But I know that shopping small or like buying my produce at the farmer's market means that instead of me giving my money to the big grocery store, I helped, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, who, you know, have a farm in North Linwood or in South Snohomish somewhere. And that means a lot to me. And that's another thing. I feel like moving out here, I became a little more patriotic. I want to buy American more. I want to shop local more. I've gotten into buying from Black-owned brands more living out here. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm turned off when things are made in China or made in India or made in places that I know suffer from human rights violations and things like that. And I want to support businesses that, like, you know, like I'm shopping a lot smaller from living out here. I feel like being out here has made me a lot more socially conscious. And I'm not exactly sure why that wouldn't have been the case out in Georgia, or if maybe I was distracted, and that's why now I have the opportunity to focus more of my energy on it, because the things that I was focused on back home, because they're not a part of my life now, maybe that's why I'm a little more socially conscious. There's just a lot of personality changes, positive ones, I personally feel like, that have come from living out here. I've gotten to know myself so much better, and I think I'm starting to find what's driving me purpose-wise now that I'm out here too, because a lot of the things that I thought were feeding me spiritually in the past were things that, like, you know, you take on because your parents tell you to take them on, but now it's like I found meaning and purpose in things that mean something to me personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not now getting those experiences from, you know, I'm not getting someone's hand-me-down experience. I'm having my own experiences and then building the world around me as I see fit. I think that it's positively affected well, to switch gears a little, I think the move has also changed just how I view my world and how I can affect my world. And it's also made me less cynical. I used to focus so much on, you know, how this is like basically built for people that don't look like me. And like I said, my energy just isn't there anymore. I, moving forward, refuse to be getting wrinkles, you know, over the patriarchy, over, you know, over things that just me as one individual can't really change in the here and now. So my focus now is, again, on being Dana, and seeking out just more purpose in my life. Right now, I'm currently reading a couple things, and like I said, I don't want to get into them because I want to make these really detailed videos on these books that I'm reading. And this is the first time in my life that it's like, man, I honestly feel like I didn't do a good enough job of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought I knew game, but I really don't. Like, there's so much more out there. Like, why is it that no one, you know what I'm saying, wants to learn a foreign language, or no one wants to get a trade, or just all these things? Like, I've just been thinking long and hard about all these things. Yeah. So, to get back to the point of this video, after 3 years, I am reinvigorated. I'm more motivated. I'm finally finding my stride as far as being out here. And I'm finally, like, in the process of finding my stride out here, I'm also figuring me out. And that's, like, the bigger reward in all of this is, like, I'm slowly losing the fear, man. I'm slowly losing the fear. And I think that's what's stopping a lot of people from reaching their fullest potential, is the fear. So, yeah, this was requested, but I had no intention of putting this up because, like I said, I've been focusing on working on this new content that I want to put up on the channel. But I felt like in the interim, because it had passed, like September 4th been passed, it was a month ago or whatever, today's October 11th, I just felt like, you know what, every year around this time I post a video about what I've learned, you know, living out in Seattle. And I don't hate Seattle. You know what I'm saying? Contrary to popular belief, I'm just from out of town, and my worldview is different. And because my worldview is different, I feel like my perspective is a little more unbiased about what it is to live out here, what it is to be black out here, what it is to be an out-of-towner, you know, and be from out here, what it is to be someone with a criminal background and be, you know what I'm saying, I'm just coming from a lot of different other places, and I feel like, you know, a lot of people want to hear about it. So yeah, till next time, sorry for the gap in videos, but yeah, I just wanna, I'm switching gears and trying to figure out where this channel needs to go, and I don't really know that yet, but I'm figuring it out. And I don't want to just be posting trash. Like, I read a lot of really dope comments and people just saying, yeah, just post you talking and stuff like that, and you'll get these videos. You got this video. But I want to do, you know, doper shit. I I want to get cameras and like do dope shit and take y'all places and show you how beautiful Seattle is in the way that it deserves. Because you know what? To compare Seattle to a woman, Atlanta is a big booty bitch who can cook, who can turn up. But you know what Seattle is? Seattle's the girl in the corner who is timid at first, but if you take the time and listen in, you get to figure out that, yo, this bitch is kind of deep. She could actually teach me a thing or two. And that's kind of what it's been. So I'm rambling now, and I need to stop. So yeah, till later. Peace, positive people.